You just gave a hint.
Even without hint, without I know.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Class is at 7:20 or 7:15?
15, Mataji.
Oh, really? Okay, sorry. Give me a minute. I'm coming. I thought it's at 7:20. Okay.
You're eating something, right?
Huh?
You're eating something.
Yeah. I thought it's at 7:20. I still have time, but I'll come in a second. Okay.
No problem, Mataji. Take your time. Yeah, let's say hi to everyone. Advait, welcome. Isha, Smriti, Samskriti, Abhigya.
Hare Krishna, Isha, Hare Krishna, Smriti, Hare Krishna, amazing Advait, Hare Krishna, Samskriti, Hare Krishna, Abhigya. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Looks like
Yeah. Everybody is ready. Hare Krishna, everybody. I see Vrinda.
Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Dear Hare.
Mataji,
Vrinda,
you just today?
I'm going to teach you. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm just asking because this is.
So I see amazing
We
advice.
want the class, Mataji. We don't mind who is teaching. We want Bhagavatam.
That's all, really? You guys are so good.
Yeah, we are addicted to Bhagavatam.
Hmm.
6:15 every evening, we want to hear Bhagavatam from teachers from Govinda.
It's already 6:17 or 18.
We are getting late, but I want to call out who all are there. I see Bright Balavrinda. I see Kind Kavir. I see Super Smriti. I see Amazing Advait. I see Elegant Isha. Super Samskriti. Okay. I see Adorable Abhigya. Right. So everybody is there. Okay. So amazing Advait. Very nice. Okay. So we actually gave super to Smriti.
Like a game that Sita Puchamachi taught us.
Smriti took super. Oh, we'll give simple to Smriti. Okay, that is nice. Simple Smriti. Oh, very nice. So we are going to continue our study of Srimad Bhagavatam. Anybody knows which canto of Srimad Bhagavatam we are studying now?
Third canto. Third canto.
Very good. Which story? In Sri
Jay and Vijay. Hiranyakashipu.
Yeah, Jai Vijay Hiranyakashipu. Very good. Good.
Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha.
Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. Very nice. It's specifically Hiranyaksha. But yeah, Jai Vijay Hiranyakashipu Hiranyaksha. Very good. So shall we do the prayers together, everybody? Everybody can unmute and shout. Om Ajnanatimirandasya
Om Ajnanasya
Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Namo
Namo
Vishnupadaya
Vishnupadaya
Srimate
Srimate
Bhaktivedanta
Bhaktivedanta Swami
Swami
Namine
Namaste Saraswate
Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prachari
Pasha
Sashramaya
Shri
Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare
Krishna Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Finish the mantra. Finish. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare.
Excellent. So now we are going to do the verse of the week or the verse of the season, which is Shanvatam Swakata Krishna. So,
Can Advait say?
yes, of course, Advaita.
Shunvitam Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Vidyante Steho Abhidwani Vidonti Suasatam Haha.
Do it again. Do the third line again, Kana.
Hid Ananta Stohi Abhadwani.
So it's the anta.
Okay, Mataji.
You want to try it again?
Vidyanta Stohi Abhidwani.
Super, very good. Vidunoti,
Vidyanoti
Suhrit,
Sukrit
Suhrit,
Suhrit
Satam.
Satam.
Beautiful. Thank you. Next, simple Smriti. Go ahead.
Shringata Sakata Krishna Punyashavana Kirtana Hridanta Stohri Bhadrani Vidunoti Suhrit Satam
Suhrit, Sam.
Suhrit Satam.
Good job. Very nice. Very, very good. Next, a beautiful Balavrinda. Balavrinda.
Shringata Krishna Punyashavana Kirtana Hridanta Abhyani Vidunoti Suhrit Satam. Something's wrong with my thing. It's glitching.
Okay, we'll repeat the third line again. Vidyantastohi abhadrani.
Iddantastohiya Bhadrani.
Very good. Then?
Vidunoti Swatstam.
Super, very good. Good job. Did Abhigya go already? Not yet, right?
No, Mataji.
Go.
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Hridyanta Stohya Bhadrani Vidunoti Surta Satam
Sukrit Satam.
Surt Satam
Super, very good. Super Samskriti, go ahead.
Shravantam Swakata Krishna Punya Shavana Kirtana Hridyanta Stohi Abhadrani Vidhanto Srit Satam
Shrinvatam, first word is Shrinvatam.
Shrinvatam
And the last sentence is Vidunoti Sukrit Satam.
Vidinoti Sukrit Satam.
Very good. Good job. Samskriti, after Samskriti, who came? Kabir.
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridantasto hi Vadrani Vidunoti Sur Satam.
Yes, correct. Sukrit.
Mataji, could Bharveda say again?
I practiced.
I practice.
Okay.
Krishna Sahata Krishna Buddha Shravana Kirtana Hridayata Sohya Bhadrani Vidudoti Suhat Satam.
Good. Both of you good. Both Kir and Balavranda, good job. Next. Who's next? Where are the rest hands? How about Isha?
Sanvam
Shrinvatam.
Shrinvatam Sarva Kathaha Krishnaha Punya Sri Sravana Kirtana Hardya Anta Stuto Hanye Abardani Vidharnoti Suhat Satam.
Good. So what, anyone else would like to take a try? Or should I, would you like to repeat after me so that we get into the groove of chanting this verse? Okay, will you all repeat after me? You can unmute once I recite one line of the verse, you can repeat after me. Okay. Or we can do word by word so that because these words are difficult, right? Many of you are finding it difficult. So let's go word by word. Shrinvatam.
Shrinvatam Shrinvatam
Swakata
Swata
Swakataha.
Swakataha
Na.
Krishna
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna.
Shrinvatam
Swakata Krishna
Yashravana Kirtana.
Punya Shravana
Kirtana
Vidyanta.
Kirtana
Good.
Buddhani
Tohi Abhadrani.
Tohi
Abhadrani
Hridyantastohi Abhadrani.
Hridyantastohi Abhadrani
Vidunoti
Vidunoti
Suhrit Sam.
Suhritsatam
Vidunoti Suhrit Satam. Beautiful. Okay, let's do two lines together. Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha.
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtanaha.
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana.
Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana
Sarva Kirtana.
Hridyantasto hi abhadrani viduno.
Tasto hi abhadrani.
Vidunoti Suritsatam
Hridyantasto hi abhadrani viduno.
Vidyantasto Hiya Bhakta
Hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Very good. Hridyantasto hi abhadrani viduno.
Tasto hi abhadrani.
Hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
I'm going to do the full verse together, and after I finish the full verse, you all can repeat. Okay? Shrinvatam swakatha punya shravana hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Shrinvatam swakatha Krishna punya shravana hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Swakatam swakata Krishna punya shravana kirtana hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana Hridyantasto hi abhadrani vidunoti suhritsatam.
Very nice. Excellent, everybody. Good job. Okay, let's try to understand the meaning. Okay, what is Shrinvatam? What is Shrinvan?
Those who have developed the urge to hear the
No reading. I'm going to make you think. Okay. I'm going to okay. Now, what did we see? Shrinvatam. That was the first, right? So, what is Shrin? What is the meaning of Shrinu? What is Shravanam? Have you heard of Kirtanam?
Shravanam Kirtam Yes, Mataji.
So, what is Shravanam in Shravanam Kirtanam?
Hearing or chanting Mataji.
Hearing.
Hearing, yes. Shravanam is hearing. Kirtan, obviously, when you sing, it's Kirtan, right? So, Kirtan is chanting, correct? So, Shrinvatam means to hear. Okay, when you do Shravanam, it is called Shrinvatam. Shrinvatam means to hear, developing the urge to hear, to desire to hear is Shrinvatam. What do we hear? What is worthy of hearing? What should we all hear about?
Krishna's pastime.
Correct. Swakataha. Swa means his. Kata means his pastimes, right? So, Swakata. And who's that Swa? Who's that person? Pastimes we are trying to.
Krishna.
Krishna.
So, Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna. Punya Shravana. Okay. His pastimes are full of virtues, all wonderful punya, beautiful virtues. Shravana is hearing. You all already know that. What is Kirtana?
Chanting or
Chanting.
Yes. So, Shrinvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana. Okay. Now, the next part is Hridyantasto hi abhadrani. So, what does that mean? Hridi. What is Hridaya?
Heart.
Heart. Heart.
Heart.
When we say Antapuram, what does that mean? Yeah, not. Okay.
Antapuram. What is that? Antapuram.
Okay. Hridyantastaha. Staha means Hridyantastan, right? You've heard about sthanam, stan, place. So
Place.
within, okay, inside the heart, the place within the heart. He is certainly abhadrani. Okay. All his desire to enjoy this material world gets cleansed. Vidhunoti. Dhunoti. Like dhona. What do you tell in Hindi for washing clothes? Anybody speaks Hindi at home? Anybody speaks Hindi at home? How about Kabir?
Mataji, I do.
I do sometimes. Mataji, I sometimes do.
Okay, what's the word you use for washing?
Dora.
Dona.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dhunoti, it's basically the root word is dhona. Dhunoti, vidunoti, to clean. Okay, to clean. Suhrit, who's the suhrit of everyone? Remember, there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna says, Suhritam sarva
Friend.
bhutanam
Surudam sarvabhutanam. Surudam sarvabhutanam.
Sarvabhutaram Dataram Shanti.
Correct. Okay, everyone knows the full verse?
Bhoktaram Jnanadevasam Sarvalokama Esaram Sistam Sarvabhutaram Yadaram Shanti. That's the scene.
Yes. So Suhrit means one who's a well-wisher, who's a benefactor. Okay. Satam. Sat means truth. Okay. Satam. So now let's see what it means. I'm going to share the screen and one of you can read the verse. Okay. So let's pick someone. Abhigya. Why don't you read the verse?
Okay, Mataji. The translation of the verse.
Just the translation.
Sri Krishna, the personality of Godhead, who is the Paramatma, super soul, in everyone's heart and the benefactor of the truthful devotee, cleanses desire for material enjoyment from the heart of the devotee who has developed the urge to hear his messages, which are in themselves virtuous when properly heard and chanted.
So when we hear and chant about Krishna, Krishna who's the benefactor or Krishna who's the well-wisher of every devotee, what he does, he cleanses our hearts. In our hearts, we have so many anarthas, so many desires that are not Krishna conscious. So he comes and he cleans our heart when we hear the messages about Krishna, his pastimes through the Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay. So this verse that you all recited today is one of the main prayers before you give a Bhagavatam class. So you all are becoming big boys and girls, and very soon you're going to give Bhagavatam classes. Aren't you guys going to do that? On Bhakti Sangha, next generation is going to teach Bhagavatam, right? Early morning Bhagavatam class, you all are going to give very soon. So at
Yes.
that, so before you give the Bhagavatam class, this is one of the prayers that is generally said. Okay, not everyone says, but if you desire, if you recite this verse nicely, if you memorize it nicely, you can also recite this verse in the beginning during the prayers. When you say Narayanam Namaskritya, that time you can also chant the shloka and you can give a beautiful Bhagavatam. Is that okay? Everybody excited? We'll soon have Bala Bhagavatam classes. We'll hear from all of you. Okay? Okay. Now let's get into the topic. So we were looking at third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, the story of Hiranyaksha. So in your previous class, Radhika Kasturi Mataji, she taught you what happened. What happened in the previous chapter? Hiranyaksha, he was very upset that his brother Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha was traveling all around the world. He and his brother, they were big demons. They had received a lot of boons. They became stronger and stronger. And to please his brother Hiranyakashipu, Hiranyaksha, he started traveling all over the universe. And what kind of temperament did he have? He didn't have a control over his temper. He had a huge form. He was very, very strong. And when he would go and attack all the demigods would fly in fear. Okay. So he went and he started conquering the heavens and he started conquering all the places in the universe. And at one time, he would even dive into the ocean. And when he would dive into the ocean, all the aquatics, all the living entities in the water, they would run away in fear. So, like this, he was moving from one place to the other. He was carrying a huge mace. Mace means gada. Okay. So, that is a mace. So, he was carrying a huge mace and he was going into the water and he was challenging everybody who came in front of him, come and fight with me. So, like that, he went into the waters. Water belongs to a demigod by the name Varuna. Okay. Varuna. Now, that Varuna, the water belongs to him. So his entire city is full of water. And that city is called as Vibhavari. Have you heard of this word Vibhavari in any bhajan? Anybody?
I have
What
heard
is
the
it?
Bavari.
Shesha Alakatavisha. It's a
Good, very nice. Vibhavari Stesha, right? So Varuna's loka is called as Vibhavari. Beautiful. So Hiranyaksha, he went and he saw Varuna Devi. He said, hey, Varuna, you're hiding here. I want to have a good fight with you. Nobody is able to stand in front of me and fight with me. So you come and you fight with me. So at that time, Varuna, he was very upset. He didn't like the way Hiranyaksha was behaving. But then he was very, very intelligent. So he said, you're going around from one place to the other asking for a good fight. The only person who can fight with you is the Supreme Lord himself. And he tells this very important statement. He says, only the Lord can satisfy your desire to fight. On reaching him, on seeing him face to face, you will be rid of your pride. Now, Hiranyaksha was hearing the statement. So sometimes when we hear, right, we don't want to hear everything what the other person is telling. We only want to hear what we want to listen. Only that part we hear. We don't hear everything. You know, when I'm telling you something, are you hearing each and everything that I'm telling? Are you listening to everything that I'm talking? No. You like only certain things and only certain things get inside you, right? So like that, Hiranyaksha, though Varuna was giving him a very clear instruction, you want to fight, he said, yes, you will find someone, but the person who's fit to be fighting with you or the person you should really be fighting with is the Supreme Lord. Now, Hiranyaksha, he heard only that part. He didn't hear the second part of the statement. The second part of the statement Varuna said is that on reaching him, on seeing him face to face, he will conquer you and your pride will be smashed. Now, this part he didn't pay attention at all. The minute Varuna said that you can go and fight with the Lord face to face, he got very excited. Okay, I have a person to. Okay, so now we are going to go into chapter 18. Chapter 18, first two verses is what we are going to analyze today. So let's find the participant. Advait, unmute. If you don't, okay. Okay, text one, read text one.
Okay. Maitreya continued. The proud and falsely glorious Daitya paid little heed to the words of Varuna. Oh dear Vidura. He learned from Narada the whereabouts of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and hurried betook himself in the depths of the ocean.
So what happened? This proud and falsely glorious Daitya. Who's Daitya? Anybody? Who's a Daitya? Yeah, go ahead, Balavranda. You can unmute and tell.
demons. I was wanting to read, but that's what I raised my hand.
It's okay. So Daityas are demons. Now there are so many kinds of demons. There are Danavas, there are Daityas, there are Asuras, there are Rakshasas. So demons is a big classification, right? So many varieties of demons are there.
One day, I from Google, I learned about the types of
Demons?
demons.
So what are the types of,
There are um the- okay, the asuras are the most powerful, I think.
Okay.
The daityas are like a subspecies of them, I think.
Okay.
The danavas are like lower than them and are like magical
Mhm.
too.
Mhm.
They're all magical, but I think they mainly use a magic. Um there was
Noxious.
there was one which Putana was
Mhm.
they're like
Later.
they eat people.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I know.
Interesting. Actually, it's quite a decent classification, what you said. So basically, asuras means anyone who is opposite to sura. Sura means a demigod or someone who has good qualities. Godly people are sura. Asura means those who do not have godly qualities. So they are all demons. Now, in demons, like he said, there are so many classifications. Now, some are called as Daitya, some are called as Danavas. Now, the sons of Diti and Kashyapa are called as Daityas. The sons of Danu and Kashyapa are called as Danavas. Now, he also gave an example that some Danavas have magical power. Like, for example, Maya Danava, he is a great magician. He and his associates, they can do a lot of magic. Now, there is another set of people. They're called as Rakshasas. Now, Rakshasas are man-eating people. Like, for example, Ravana and his associates. They're all Rakshasas. And then you have varieties of man-eaters, varieties of such people. Like, for example, Ketaris, like Putana. She was a variety of Rakshasas. Rakshasas also have varieties. So like that, there are classification of so many kinds of species. Now, this particular Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu, they were Daityas because they were the chief sons of Diti Devi. You all know the story of Diti, right? So Diti, she went and asked Kashyapa that she wanted to have sons. She went at the wrong time. So Kashyap Muni said that no, it is sunset. At this time, if we have children, then we are going to have demoniac sons. So the sons of Diti are the Daityas, and the chief of the Daityas are Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. Now, which demon are we talking about now? We are talking about Hiranyaksha. Hiranyaksha, who was going to different planetary systems, he was going into Varuna's abode, and he was challenging Varuna to give him a good fight. But what happened? He paid little heed to the words of Varuna. He didn't pay attention. Okay, like most of us do in the class. None of us pay attention, right? So like that, Hiranyaksha, he did not hear clearly what Varuna Dev said. Varuna said, yes, you will find a match. You go and fight with the Supreme Lord. But he said, the Lord will defeat you and he will destroy you. That part he didn't care. Yeah, I'll find an opponent. That is all he was interested in. So what did he do? He went and he asked Narada Muni. Why did he ask Narada Muni? Because Narada Muni knows about everybody, right? So he goes to Narada and he says, oh, where is your Lord? You always keep chanting Narayana, Narayana. Where is that Lord? I want to fight with him. And at that time, Narada said that actually my Lord has taken the form of a boar and he has gone to the depths of the ocean. He's inside the ocean. Anybody knows why he went into the ocean? Anybody knows? Yes, Abhinav.
To fetch Bloomy.
Yes, to fetch Bhumi. Very nice. Okay. Now, Balavrinda, you wanted to read, you can read text too.
Okay. Text 2. He saw there the all-powerful personality of Godhead in his boar incarnation, bearing the earth upwards on the ends of his tusks and robbing him on his splendor. With his reddish eyes, the demon laughed. Ha ha ha. Oh, an amphibious beast.
Try once more.
Amphibious.
Very good. Very good. You did it. Amphibious. Yes. Oh, an amphibious beast. Now comes the question, what is amphibious? Yes, Abhinav. Abhinav is super active today. Go ahead.
It's like a animal that uh is that takes its home on the land and the water, like a frog.
Correct. Well said. So you have land-dwelling animals, you have water-dwelling aquatics, and you have certain animals that live both on water and on land. Such animals are called as amphibians, like a frog. Now, here comes Varaha. What form was Varaha in?
Boar.
Boar. So have you seen boar swimming in the water? Actually, a boar can swim very nicely in the water. Okay. So that's why the Lord took the form of an amphibian. He took the form of a boar. Okay. So now we are going to have some learning points, okay, from this. The things that I've marked in blue are our learning points. Proud and falsely glorious. Little heed to the words of Varuna. So these are the two qualities we're going to analyze. What is it to be proud and falsely glorious? And why we don't listen? Okay. Paying less heed to someone's words. And the other thing we're going to concentrate on is about the amphibious beast. Okay. So let's get into the subject matter. Proud and falsely glorious. Okay. Now, what happens when a person becomes very proud? Okay, we can think about ourselves. Sometimes we become very proud. Small things we do, we think we are so smart, we can deal with anything. Okay, so we'll start to believe that we are the greatest. I can deal with anything. Nobody can do this artwork like me, or nobody can play soccer like me. We become very, very proud, and we start believing that that is the truth. Only I am the best. Nobody can be better than me. And thinking like that, we get into that loophole. Loophole means like we are thinking in that tiny understanding. We're not seeing the world around us. Okay, we are thinking only I exist and I am the Lord of everything. And we feel superior to everyone. Now, automatically, when you feel you're better than someone, what happens when you see others, you become bossy. Have you experienced this? Have you seen bossy people? You know why people boss over us? Why they, think that why they come and bully us? They think they are superior to us in some way. They think the other person is inferior. That is the reason they get bossy. Okay. And they try to suppress weak people. This is exactly what Hiranyaksha was doing. He was going from one place to other, thinking that he's extremely strong. Nobody can defeat him. He went to so many planetary systems and he called Varuna and he said, I am better than you. I can fight you. I will boss over you. I will destroy you. That is what he was telling, right? So when they develop a superiority complex, or when they become very proud and falsely glorious, they take advantage of weaker people. They think others are very weak and I can suppress them. So start bullying them. And then they enjoy this pleasure from the cruelty that they are showing. When somebody gets scared and when somebody bows down, they enjoy it, right? They like to see others suffer. However, everything is only present for a short span of time. A person may become very proud. A person may become very bossy, take advantage of others, but don't think that that is going to last forever. A person who's too proud will have to someday lose all his pride, and all his pride. His pride would be defeated and he would be taught a lesson, just like a balloon. Okay, you have a balloon, you keep blowing air into it, it will become big, 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 big. But how much big can it become? At one point, it will burst and everything will deflate, right? At one point, such proud people, they will be taught a lesson. So pride is something we should not cultivate consciously. If we feel that we're developing pride in our heart, we are actually losing the people around us. People are not going to like us. They're not going to be our friends. So we have to be very careful not to develop this pride. Now, anyone who saw Hiranyaksha, they don't want to associate with him. They would run away. You saw, right? Whether they ran away in fear or whether they ran away in hate, they just didn't want to be with him because he was becoming too proud. He was taking advantage of others. He was making others suffer. Nobody liked him. At that point, what happened? Varuna, they thought that this man has to learn his lesson. And the only one who can deflate that pride is the Supreme Lord. So he said, go and face the Lord, and call him for a battle face to face. Now, what else did he do in that verse? He was very proud. That was one quality. The other quality was that when he was hearing Varuna said two things, right? He said that the Supreme Lord is there. You can fight with him. At the same time, he said that he will be the one who will defeat you and nobody can stand in front of you, in front of the Supreme Lord, right? That's what he said. So he also spoke about the glories of the Supreme Lord, that if he faces the Supreme Lord face to face, he'll get destroyed. But he didn't listen. Rakshasas, demons, they don't listen to good advice. Okay, he didn't listen. So I'll tell you one story about paying less attention. Once there was a lion. Okay, we all know that lions and tigers are very strong, powerful animals. They're very, very strong. We should not take them for granted. We should not think that we can just go and tease them and we can get away with it. Hmm? Because for some time it may appear that we'll be successful. Maybe if a lion is sleeping, we can go and pull the lion's hair a little bit. But then if the lion wakes up, we are dead, right? So we have to be very careful when we are in front of great people. So once there was a fly, he was insignificant. Look at the lion and look at the fly. The fly is very tiny, very, very insignificant. But there is something that the fly can do. The fly can really irritate, right? When you're sleeping, if there is a mosquito, what happens? It's so annoying, right? If the mosquito comes near your ear and starts singing, it's so annoying. You just want to get rid of that mosquito. It spoils your sleep. You just want to destroy that mosquito. But are you big or the mosquito is big? Who's bigger? You. Yes, me. Isha's telling me. Yes. So we are bigger, surely bigger than the mosquito, right? How long can a mosquito survive in front of you? Maybe the mosquito can come, sing a few songs in the night, irritate you, but then one slap like this, the mosquito is gone, right? But the mosquito thinks he's the hero. Like that, once there was a fly and he came and he started irritating the lion. He was thinking, what is this lion? I am a fly. I can irritate anybody. So first he went and he sat on the lion's nose. Okay. The minute something comes, a little fly comes and sits on your nose, what do? You want to take it off, right? So the lion with his paws, he just did like this. When he did that, he actually scratched his own nose, but the fly flew away. The fly was so tiny, very, very smart. So the fly went away and the fly started laughing. So you hurt yourself, you just scratched your own nose. Now the fly went and sat on the paws of the tiger or the lion. Went and sat on the paws of the lion. Now at that time, when the lion saw that a little fly was sitting on his paws, he was trying to actually, bite the paw. Okay, he was trying to bite the fly. He thought, if I hit the fly, I'm scratching my nose. So why not I bite the fly? So he goes and he tries to bite the fly, but the fly flies away. So he ends up biting his own paw and he hurts his paw again. So now the lion was so annoyed. He was just hurting himself over and over. So this fly became very proud. He thought, see what I can do to the lion. The entire jungle is telling that the lion is the king of the jungle, but I can control even the king of the jungle. So telling like that, he was flying from one place to the other and he was declaring his glories, just like Hiranyaksha. What was Hiranyaksha doing? He was going and irritating everybody and he was making people run away. And what did he do? He was going from one place to the other, telling, I'm the strongest, nobody can defeat me. Just like the fly. Okay. So then it so happened that suddenly, as he was flying in his glory, speaking about himself, praising himself, going from one place to the other, when he was flying, suddenly hit a cobweb. Now, what happens in a cobweb? A cobweb is a illusion, right? It looks transparent, but then it is a trap. For a fly, a cobweb is a trap. Okay. So the minute the fly went there, he got stuck in that spider web and he had to lose his life because the spider went and he ate up the fly. So like that, Hiranyaksha, without understanding, without paying attention to what Varuna had said, he thought he can just escape everywhere. But then he didn't realize that the cobweb, the Supreme Lord, is waiting to catch him. Okay, so that is what happens in this case. So pride blinds. If we become very proud, we are not seeing clearly. We think we are full of ourselves. We become less intelligent. And such demons who are less intelligent, they think they can go and defeat anybody. They think they can even defeat Lord Vishnu. But however, Lord Vishnu is called as Ajita. Ajita. Jita means to win. Ajita means one who cannot be won over. Okay, Ajit, you must have heard about this name, Ajit Krishna. So Ajita means one who cannot be conquered. So Krishna cannot be conquered by anybody. Nobody can, fight with Krishna. He's like that trap. You never know. By the time your pride becomes bigger and bigger and bigger, you'll fall into that trap and Krishna will put down your pride. So Krishna did that to so many demigods. In Brahma Lila, Indra's offense and Govardhan Lila, all of their pride was smashed, right? So like that, demoniac persons, generally, they are less intelligent. They think they are everything. But then when their pride inflates so much, at that time, at the right time, Ajita, the unconquerable one, can actually conquer them. Now, let me ask you a question. If Krishna is Ajita, he can never be conquered. Is there somebody in the universe who can conquer Krishna? Yes, Advait.
No, Mataji.
No. Okay. Abhinav.
Ajita can never be conquered. He's the unconquered.
Okay. Simple Smriti. Abhigya, then Simple Smriti.
You can conquer him only if you love him and if you're pure in the heart.
You can conquer him if you're pure in the heart. Simple Smriti. What would you like to tell?
Mataji, can Balavata say after Samskriti?
After Simple Smriti, Kabir and Balavata. Okay?
Okay.
Simple Smriti, go ahead.
Mataji, only Radharani can control Krishna.
Oh, that's so sweet. Only Radharani can control Krishna. Very nice. Kind Kabir.
No one can conquer the super soul.
Oh, super. Nobody can conquer the super soul. Balavrinda. Beautiful Balavrinda.
So you cannot cheat Krishna, because if you do cheat Krishna, then you will think that you will never be caught. Then your minds get like, oh, I did something wrong and then I'll be caught.
Very nice. Very nice. Who else? Abhinav? Okay, I think
I wanted to say, from what someone said, I thought of something. There's slokam in Bhagavad Gita, which is Nainam Chindanti Sastrani. It says that the soul can never be withered or anything. What about the super soul? That's super.
Yeah, so super soul is super. Yeah. Yeah, very nice. So nothing can conquer the super soul. Very nice. Actually, all that you said is correct. Okay. In one sense, no one can conquer Krishna. That's why Krishna is called as Ajita. Some others said you can conquer him with love, right? Somebody said that. And one more person said that, oh yeah, Radharani can conquer him. All of these answers are correct. Nobody can conquer Krishna, but Krishna becomes subservient. He wants to be conquered by his devotees. Like, for example, Yashodama, she couldn't catch Krishna, right? She couldn't catch and bind Krishna, but Krishna desired to be caught by Yashodama and desired to be punished by Yashoda. So, by the love of his devotees, Krishna likes to be conquered. Hmm? So, we can conquer Krishna only with our love, not by pride. So, that's why there is a beautiful prayer by Brahma. Brahma, in the 14th chapter of the 10th canto, he says, Ajita Jitopi Asi. That means even this Ajita who cannot be conquered becomes Jita, becomes conquered by his dear devotees. Krishna is never conquered by anyone, but a devotee can conquer him through love and devotional service. So this is a beautiful saying on the right. It says, it is better to lose your pride with someone you love rather than lose that someone you love with your useless pride. In all relationships, love is important, not pride. And especially in the relationship with Krishna, it's very important to just develop love and zero pride. Our love should be 100% and our pride should become zero if we want. Okay, so we saw two things. One is, let's see what all we saw. Paying less attention is something we saw. Being proud and falsely glorious. And we saw another quality of Krishna, that Krishna is Ajita. So nobody can conquer him, but devotees can conquer him with their love. Now, the other point of discussion today was the amphibious beast. And we saw the definition of amphibious. Amphibious means neither in, he can be both in water and on land. Now, this is a picture of a wild boar, a real wild boar. If you are thinking that this is a mythical creature and there is no such creature who exists called as a boar, you can see the picture here. You have a boar with tusks. Tusks, when the teeth are protruding outside, it's called as the tusk. Actually, when the Lord appeared as Varaha, he appeared like this. Okay, of course, this doesn't look beautiful. This boar, he was the most beautiful boar. The Supreme Lord looked extremely beautiful. He had lotus petal eyes and he was looking so beautiful. If you had seen him as a boar, you would have fallen in love with that boar. You would want to have that boar as your pet. He was so cute. He was looking so beautiful because he's the Supreme Lord. But a boar in general, he looks like this with big tusks like that. And you see where...
Cute. That's cute.
Huh?
It's so cute, but our original like a boar would be gray, and the Varaha would be pink.
Yeah, correct. There were two Varahas. Anybody knows about the two Varahas?
Two?
Yeah, there were two Varahas. Isha, you're raising your hand. What did you want to tell?
Mataji, why do you write demigods cannot understand the incarnation of the Lord? Do you think that his incarnation as a fish or a boar or a tortoise are very big beasts? Why did you write that 2 times?
Oh, maybe it's my mistake. I've pasted it twice. Thanks for pointing it out. Yeah, I've just written it twice. Yeah, I copied it. I wrote it twice. Okay. Now, there were two Varahas. Okay. Actually, we have read this in a previous chapter, but I'm just trying to remind everybody. There were two Varahas. One Varaha appeared in a period called as Swayambhuva Manvantara. Okay, it was one of the ancient periods. At that time, where Varaha came from, anybody can guess where Varaha appeared from?
Didn't it come from like Brahma's nostril?
Correct, Abhigya. Very good. He came from Brahma's nostril. As Neela Varaha. Okay, he was the first Varaha. And there was another Varaha that came in the Chakshush Manvantara. Now, this particular Varaha was the one who killed Hiranyaksha. Okay, and he's generally celebrated as the first Varaha. I'm so sorry, I made a mistake. The one who came from the nose is called as Shweta Varaha. Shweta means white. He was white in color. This Varaha who came in Shakshasha Manvantara is generally celebrated as Neela Varaha or Rakta Varaha. Neela is blue, Rakta is red. He was decorated with drops of blood from Hiranyaksha. So he came to be known as Raktavaraha. He is also called as Neelavaraha. But the first Varaha was white Varaha, who came from the nostril of Brahma. Now we are talking about a much later time when the Raktavaraha or the reddish or the bluish Varaha appeared. Okay. So now he calls when Hiranyaksha he saw this Varaha in the water. What did he tease Varaha? He said, "Hey, who are you, amphibious beast?" He was making fun. He was making fun, right? Wherever he went, he was irritating people. He was putting them down. He was making fun. He was bossing over them. He was bullying them. The same thing he did to the Supreme Lord. But however, the Supreme Lord is not any ordinary beast, ordinary animal. Sometimes demons, they cannot understand the incarnations of the Lord. They think that his incarnations, such as a fish or a boar or a tortoise, are only beasts. He thinks he's just some nasty animal. You know, when you go into the dirty waters and you see a boar like this, you'll just think it's an ordinary animal. But these demons, when they saw the Supreme Lord also, they were thinking this is only some ordinary animal. But he didn't realize who the Supreme Lord was. He didn't realize who this transcendental Varaha was. Just like sometimes many demons, they make this mistake. Okay. When Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu were in this world, many people got confused. They didn't realize the supremacy of Lord Chaitanya. They did not even value Lord Nityananda. Some people accepted Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but there were others who did not accept Nityananda Prabhu. They thought Nityananda Prabhu was some materialistic man. They didn't realize the value of Nityananda Prabhu. Same thing happened when Lakshman and Rama were here in this planet. Some people, they had respect for Lord Ram. They thought Ram is the Supreme Lord. But when they saw Lakshman, they thought, oh, he's an ordinary person. Who was the person who made this mistake? Who valued Ram and did not value Lakshman? Anybody knows who this person was? He was one of the Vanaras.
Hanuman?
No, Hanuman is a good boy. He doesn't do all that.
Sugriva?
No.
Vali.
Vali.
Vali. King Vali.
Vali?
Vali.
Okay, I'll give you a hint.
Mataji.
Vishal.
Who's that?
Sugriva?
No.
Vibhishan.
No.
Oh yeah, that's Raman's brother.
Jambavan.
No.
Jambavan wasn't him.
Do we have a hint?
I'll give you a hint. All of you know the answer, but I'll give you a hint. Okay. This Vanara was also there during the time of Krishna. I'll give you a bigger hint. Anybody wants the bigger hint, or anyone can guess right away?
Bigger hint, bigger hint.
Bigger hint.
Wait,
Bigger.
Bigger
wait, I think I know it.
Bigger hint.
Bigger hand, actually, bigger hand.
Bigger hint. Okay. So what happened? That Vanara thought Rama is God, but this Lakshmana is useless, right? So he made an offense to Lakshmana. So he was killed by Balaram. Now you tell me.
Yeah, I know this one. It was when Balaram. It was when Balaram had his pastime with the gopis. He went to Vrindavana. And this giant monkey came and harassed them. So Balaram like
Yes.
I was thinking about him, but I didn't know his name.
Yes, that was the Dvivida gorilla. Yes. Very
Hello.
When I saw him, I first thought, isn't he like Hanuman? Because he's like a gorilla. That was my question.
Yeah, he was a Vanara. So Dvivida, what happened? Dvivida, he was in the Vanara same, but he accepted Ram. He didn't accept Lakshman. So it was a big offense. And in the next birth, he was actually killed by Balaram himself. Of course, he was captured, but still. But the point is, sometimes we take the Lord for granted. That's why there is a verse in Bhagavad Gita, Avajananti Mamuda Manushim Tanumashratam. Fools deride me.
Param Bhava Majananta
Ah,
Bhava Bhutanam.
correct. So persons who have no intelligence deride the transcendental form of the Lord as material. They think he's an ordinary person. Now, when Krishna was there, who derided him? Deride means to, make less. To put his position less and think of him as an ordinary person. So who are the people who derided Krishna? Everybody accepted, Krishna as a supreme. Yes, Abhikya.
Mother Yashoda.
That was out of love. That is different. We are talking about like insulting and deride. Purposely telling. Negative with the Lord.
Mataji?
Ah.
Like Rakshasas and Mudas?
Yes. Give an example of one person who was very demoniac at the time of Krishna.
Kamsa.
Mansa.
Oh, very nice.
Jarasandha.
Jarasandha. Oh, very nice actually. Yeah, good examples. Kamsa, Jarasandha. And one example.
Alia.
In Arabic?
Alia.
Yeah, okay. How about Duryodhan?
Just want to do your done.
Duryodhan.
Right? Yeah.
Wait,
Duryodhan.
Dushasana.
Yeah, Duryodhan, Dushasana.
All
they-
the greatest all
100 Kauravas, Mataji.
Yeah, all the Kauravas basically. So
all
what?
the more powerful demons, really.
So what they were thinking is Krishna is just an ordinary man. He just has a little more mystic powers than me. That's how they were thinking, right? So that's why Krishna says, Avajananti Mamuda Manushim Tanumashritam. Because I've taken the body of a human being, they're thinking I am like a human being, but I'm transcendental. That's what Krishna is trying to tell. So sometimes when we see that the Lord has taken one particular body, oh Krishna, we are out of time already. I'm not even completed the topic. Krishna. Okay, I'm going to finish this really fast. Okay. So we are not going to do activity today. I'm sorry. Okay. So sometimes take the Lord for granted. He's just an ordinary person. He's after all a dirty boar. He's after all a fish. He's after all a slow-moving tortoise. So that's how people think. Actually, Parikshit Maharaj, he asked the question. He asked the question to Shukadev Goswami. He said, why does the Lord have to take the body of a fish? A fish is so smelly, right? Who likes fish? Nobody likes fish. It stinks. Why would the Lord want to take such forms? Fish, tortoise, and boar. Wild boar is so dirty. Why would
Mataji. Why is there a Mickey Mouse on the picture?
I'm going to tell you why. Okay. So at that time, Shukadev Goswami, he answers Parikshit's question. He says, just because the Lord takes different forms that are not like human, don't think that his body is affected by it or he is affected by it. Okay. And he gives this analogy. He says, just like how the air passes, when the air passes, what happens? If it passes through a garden, what happens? It carries the smell of the flowers. If it passes through garbage, it will carry the stench. It will carry the bad smell. If it passes through some other place, it will carry the smell of that place. But is the air itself affected permanently? No. 1 second if the air passes through garbage, it will smell. But the next minute when it is near garden, it will carry the smell of the flowers. Right? The air itself is not affected. Like that, the Lord is always transcendental. He's not affected just because he takes the body of a fish or a cockroach. I mean, he doesn't take a fish or a tortoise or a boar. Okay, he's not affected by material designations. That is the Supreme Lord. Okay, who is the one who is, okay, somebody, yeah, go ahead. Simple Smriti, can you read the translation?
Yes, Mataji. Although the air sometimes carries the odor of a filthy place, the air has nothing to do with such a place. Similarly, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, being all good and all auspicious, is never affected by the material qualities like an ordinary living entity. Purusha Prakriti so he bhunkte prakritignan gunan. When the living entity is in the material nature, he is affected by its qualities. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, however, is not affected. Right, Mataji?
Yeah, the Mickey Mouse is smelling the air, the fragrance. Okay, so the Lord is never affected. That is the point. Okay, so we'll stop here. We had so much to cover and we ran out of time. So we'll meet tomorrow and we'll figure out the activity for tomorrow. Okay, Mataji, should we end the call or what should we do for our Bhagavad Gita summary? Anita?
Oh, class is over, mommy.
Okay, I'll end the call.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, we can end the call, Mataji. Varjakalpatarobhyascha kripasiddhubhye uchapatanam pavanebhyo. Oh, it's already late. Okay, we'll close. Bye.
Krishna Mataji.